Throughout the year, and especially at the end of your fiscal year, you should have your accountant go over your company file to fix errors so they won't cause problems down the road. You can save an accountant's copy of your company file that your accountant can use while you continue to work in your company file. When you get the file back from your accountant, you can merge the changes back into the company file. And this video will explain how to do all that. Before you create the accountant's version, figure out with your accountant what the dividing date should be. And a logical dividing date is the end of a fiscal period or end of a month, plus a couple of weeks after that date. And this gives your accountant a little leeway for moving transactions between periods. So you will be able to continue working in the file and adding transactions after that date, but there are a few things you shouldn't do, and let me list them here. You can't add or change transactions dated earlier than that dividing date. You can't edit, merge, or add subaccounts to existing accounts or make an existing account inactive. You can't delete or merge list items. And although you can reconcile an account, it's probably not a good idea in case your accountant has undone a prior reconciliation that may affect future reconciliations. Also, you can't process payroll if there's a payroll transaction dated before the dividing date. But don't worry about remembering all that. If you try to change something, QuickBooks displays a message saying you can't change it while your accountant is working on the file. So there are two ways to send the file to your accountant. You can save the file to a disk or flash drive, or you can upload the file to a QuickBooks server if your accountant subscribes to that service. So let's go ahead and save an accountant's copy of the file. Go to File menu, Accountant's Copy, Save File. Make sure Accountant's Copy is selected and click Next. Here is where you select the dividing date. And QuickBooks offers several choices, or you could click Custom and then select the dividing date. But let's do end of last month. Click Next. And QuickBooks is saying it needs to close all windows, so click OK. Choose the location where you want to save the accountant's copy and click Save. I'm saving it to the desktop. If the file is small enough, you may be able to email it to your accountant. Otherwise, send it by snail mail or hand deliver it. So let's click OK. So if your accountant does subscribe to the QuickBooks Server option, let me just show you which menu item you would choose. Go to File, Accountant's Copy, and Send to Accountant. But since I just created Accountant's Copy, I can't create another one. So that's why it is dimmed. When you do select that option, you'll need to select the dividing date as before and enter your accountant's email address. Then you'll need to create a password and tell your accountant what that password is. So the process of uploading to QuickBooks servers may take up to 15 minutes. Don't quit QuickBooks until the file transfer has completed. When your accountant is finished going over the books, you can import the changes into your company file. The file created with your accountant's changes contains only the changes. It doesn't include your complete company file, so it's small enough that your accountant will probably just email it to you. The file has the extension QBY, and it can be imported only into your company file. So to import those changes, you would go to the File menu, Accountant's Copy, Import Accountant's Changes from File. And then you would navigate until you found the file. But since I don't have one, I'll just click Cancel. So what you would do at this point is review the changes. If you agree with the changes, there's a button you can click called Incorporate Accountant's Changes. If you didn't agree with your accountant's changes, or if the accountant didn't find anything that needed to be changed, you can cancel the accountant's copy to remove the restrictions I mentioned at the beginning of this video. And to do this, with your accountant's blessing, go to the File menu, Accountant's Copy, Remove Restrictions. And you have to confirm that this is really what you want to do, and it says, please discuss with your accountant before proceeding. click OK. Now the dividing date has been removed and you can make changes to your heart's content.